What up, everybody? Ladies and gentlemen, you guys already know Arc 3.0 is here in this new season, and oh my god, there is so much to cover for Arc 3.0. This thing is hype as hell. Now, let me first off start saying that Arc 3.0 for the Hunters, for me, because I've already played all three Guardians with Arc 3.0, I feel like the Hunters is the most underwhelming one out of the three Guardians. That's just how I feel. I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe later in the season, people will start discovering crazy builds and start discovering things that you can do with the Hunter that we don't know yet, and that's fine. I mean, just for now, as raw as it is, like in the beginning, right here in the season, it just feels underwhelming compared to the other three Guardians of what it can do. But it's still really fun, still awesome. It's still aesthetically nice. I like everything that it has, and to be honest, it is still my favorite subclass. And I'm gonna be playing it just about the entire season almost, you know. So this is finally here, R 3.0, and let's get started. Here we got the Gathering Storm. This is the new super we ended up getting. It's basically like Nova Bomb for Hunters, but it's actually a really weak version of actual Nova Bomb for Hunters. So this thing just says, hurl your arc staff forward, embedding it into surface or large targets and jolting nearby targets. After a short time, a heavy-hitting lightning bolt strikes the staff, overcharging it with arc energy while overcharged. Your staff discharges lightning at nearby foes. So it almost becomes like a Tesla type of like pull, right, where it's just chaining lightnings off of enemies if you're close to the staff itself. Now, it does literally say what like the description has, right? It literally, you have your staff and you literally hurl it at the enemy. If you get a direct hit, it'll one-shot any guardian, whatever they have, like overshield, their super, it doesn't matter. It'll one-shot them, period. Now, I haven't really tested out with other things because I know, for example, Hunters, we got an aspect here that we will be going over, but it pretty much says defeating a jolted target makes you amplify. While you are amplified, your dodge recharges most quickly. You are more resilient while dodging, and your reload speed is greatly increased. Now, the amount of resilience you get from this fragment here, I mean aspect, is actually, I've heard, is quite crazy. Like, it's huge. You can survive a Warlock Nova Bomb, and it's kind of crazy that you can survive like a super with this thing. So I'm pretty sure that can survive a Gathering Storm. I'm pretty sure it can. Now, the problem with the Gathering Storm, though, I don't think it's the best super, like by far at all. And here's why: you have to get a direct hit to get a one shot. If you don't get a direct hit, it doesn't one shot no matter where you throw it. So you can throw it next to a player, it will not one shot. It'll hurt them, probably even break their shields, but that's as most as it's gonna do. After that, like, the guardian or the player can easily just run away and get away from the staff and survive it, you know. So yeah, getting one shot with this thing is really not that easy. Also, because the hitbox for this staff is literally the size of the staff itself. That thing is skinny when you throw it. So getting a direct hit with it is really hard. And then you're trying to get direct hits on other supers such as like Dawnblade or Striker Titan or just like any other super that just moves fairly fast is gonna be extremely hard to do. But it still looks really cool when you throw it. It looks like it looks so amazing, man. I just can't explain. You guys will see in the gameplay. Now, it jolts targets, as it says right here. Jolted pretty much does this. The target is charged with destructive arc light. As they take additional damage while jolted, they chain lightning to nearby targets. So that is pretty cool. So if you jolt a target and you start shooting them, they'll start chaining lightnings to nearby targets. Or if they're jolting and you start, like, I don't know, if you melee them, that'll do the work. If you throw another grenade and you hurt them more, that'll also do the work. So as long as they're taking damage while they're jolted, it will chain lightning to other guardians, you know. So that's pretty cool. So we got the same dodge as always. I'm using marksman dodge here because it does have the lowest cooldown, and it just gives me that reload that I want. I am using strafe jump. I did try out a little bit of the blink jump. I don't think for Hunters, at least, maybe, you know, Warlocks, but for Hunters at least, I don't think blink is that great. And the reason for that being is because you have better options. You have things like the strafe jump, you have triple jump, you have things that just make your hunter move like sporadically, so to speak. Like, instead of like Titan or Warlock where they literally just hover in the air, it's not like no crazy movement. You have a strafe jump that does almost like a dodge on its own, right? So it's pretty good, like compared to blink. At least you have better options. So also we have two melees here. This one is by far the best one. out of the two melees. This one is combination blow, a quick strike that temporarily increases your melee damage when defeating a target, stacking 3 times. Defeating target with this ability also refills your class ability energy and restores a small amount of health. So that is pretty interesting because if you pair this with like Wormhouse Crown, you get a good amount of health back. You know what I'm saying? And and then it increases your melee damage when defeating a target. So once you defeat a target with the melee, it increases your melee damage after for your next melee. So if you pair this with Liar's Handshake, which I haven't done yet, I haven't done these things yet. I haven't made builds or I haven't messed around with anything. I just used the Arc subclass as raw as it is without influencing anything from it from like outside sources. You know, I just want to see how the subclass itself feels before I start adding on like crazy exotics that boost it and make it even better, you know? But other than that, the combination blow seems pretty nice. Once you get at least 2 stacks of these, I think it'll one shot from what I've heard. And obviously, once you get 3 stacks of combination blow, it'll definitely one shot no matter who you go up against. I'm pretty sure even one shot like Overshield Guardian. So I'm not too sure about that, but I'm pretty sure if you have Live's Handshake plus 3 stacks of this, it'll definitely one shot. Another good thing about this ability right here, it has a 40-second cooldown. Now my strength currently is 34. This thing is 40-second cooldown with a tier 3, but once you get to tier 4 it'll get 33. Once it's tier 5 it'll probably go even lower and even lower, and then you got fragments that can like reduce your cooldown even further, like the Spark of Recharge here. While critically wounded, your melee and grenade energy recharge or regenerate more quickly. So if you have like tier 10 strength plus this fragment, you can easily get this down to like maybe 10 seconds or maybe even lower. I'm not too sure, so it's pretty freaking crazy to be quite honest. Then the other melee is Disorienting Blow. Striking an enemy with this melee ability blinds them and amplifies you. Now the blinding part is not too bad. You can melee them and it'll probably make it hard for them to melee you back because they can't even see you, so they're just gonna be melee in the air, right? But don't get too overhyped about it because I think in terms of the neutral play, this combination blow has way more utility in it because it has so much going on for it. It temporarily increases your melee damage and that stacks, and then not only that, but it can fully refill your class ability, so your dodge once you get a defeat with this melee, and it restores a small amount of health. Like it has all of that compared to something that just blinds the target and then amplifies you right after that, you know. So, which is good, you know. You will get into a little bit of how Amplify works here. As you can see on the left, it does say your movement speed and weapon handling are greatly increased after sprinting for a short time. Your movement speed is further increased. Rapidly defeating targets with arc damage makes you amplified. So it's pretty nice, not too bad. It's an easy way to become amplified, but I wouldn't recommend it over something like Combination Blow with all this utility that it could give you. We are going to be using Arc Bolt Grenade because it just makes it really easy to hit targets with it compared to any other grenade. Another good, I guess, pretty good one that you can also use is a Storm Grenade that it can also fairly hit targets fairly easy because it has a huge radius. So that's also a good pick as well. And if you are that type of player, Lightning Grenade is not that bad as well because it does a huge amount of damage. Now moving on to the aspects here, we got Lethal Current. After dodging your next melee attack has increased lunge range, jolts the target, and creates a damaging aftershock. This thing is pretty good and it works even better with Combination Blow than it does with Disorienting Blow, because Combination Blow, it says a quick strike that temporarily increases your melee damage. So if you have that increased melee damage and then you combine it with something like this that increases your lunge range and it creates a damaging aftershock, you can potentially even one-shot Guardians at just 1 stack, depending even how much damage they already taken from your teammates. You know, if they like take like 20 points of damage, that might be just enough for your melee to one-shot them from there forward, you know. And then damaging any jolted target with melee attacks also blinds them. So you can, instead of using like this thing to blind targets, you can just use this aspect and use your Combination Blow melee and it'll still do the same thing. It'll still blind them because of the aspect. So you really don't need the blinding melee because this aspect is already really good. And then we got Flow State here. Defeating a jolted target makes you amplify. While you are amplified, your dodge recharges more quickly, you are more resilient while dodging, and your reload speed is greatly increased. Which is pretty nice. That's a lot. I keep saying fragment. This aspect is actually pretty crazy because all you have to do is jolt the target, defeat them while they're jolted, and boom, you become amplified. And then if you pair that with this fragment right here, Spark of Shock, your arc grenades jolt targets. So now you can just easily throw like an arc bow grenade, get an easy hit on somebody, they become jolted, and now you just get into a gunfight with them or melee them or whatever. Just kill them while they're jolted, and boom, you become amplified just like that. So it's pretty nice. Or if you're using, storm grenade, that'll also work. The storm grenade will jolt him. Lightning grenade, anything will jolt him because this aspect makes it. Not this aspect. I mean, this fragment makes it possible. So, and this aspect makes it to where once you defeat a jolted target, you become amplified. So it's pretty freaking nice. I like the aspect right there. Now we also got the other aspect, Tempest Strike. I personally don't. It's not a bad aspect. Like, this thing is not a bad ability, but compared to the other two aspects, I feel like this is the worst one. While sliding, activate your charged melee ability to unleash a devastating uppercut that attack that travels along the ground in front of you, damaging and jolting targets it hits. So it's pretty much like middle tree arc, arc subclass before 3.0 came out. With the staff, when you slide, you grab your staff and you kind of slide it on the ground, and it creates like this wave of arc energy like through the surface of the ground and kind of like hits the target, and it does a decent amount of damage. But is it better than the other aspects? No way. The amount of things that the other aspects can do for you, things like letting you become amplified, or things like making opponents be blinded, or even more, just increasing your lunge range and creating a damage aftershock. Just the amount of things the other aspects can offer you is way more than what this aspect could offer you. Now, the other fragment I am using is Spark of Focus. After sprinting for a short time, your class ability regeneration is increased. So if you're able to have like tier 10 mobility whilst having this fragment here, you're going to be having your freaking dodge like almost every time. Like, if you see the gameplay, you're gonna see me, I almost never realize when I'm out of a dodge. Whenever I want to dodge, boom, I just dodge. I don't even think about, oh, do I have my dodge? No, because this fragment here allows me to not need to think about, is my dodge up, is it still on cooldown? Because it's obviously not on cooldown anymore. It is up because it makes it so fast. And then we already talked about Spark of Recharge. We got Spark of Resistance. While surrounded by combatants, you are more resistant to incoming damage. This pairs very well with the this aspect right here. While you are amplified, your dodge recharges more quickly, of course, and you are more resilient. So the resilient part from this aspect, if you combine it with this, while surrounded by combatants, you are more resistant. It just gives you a huge amount of resistance. It's ridiculous. You can survive ridiculous things, I promise you. And then Spark of Shock, we already went over that, and you got the other fragments here. So this is what I'm running. I am going to be using Ace of Spades with Winter's Plasma 2. I'm using the Warhub's Crown, typical mods, nothing too special, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is a fairly long intro, but I hope this intro was worth it, because the gameplay is about to be worth it. It was so fun. Definitely, I'm going to be loving Arc 3.0 because my favorite subclass on all three Guardians, and now it just got better. Let's get into the gameplay. Let's go.
Show me you can take ground. Hold the zone. Enemy claimed Zone A. Enemy claimed Zone B. Zone C captured. Zone B captured. You have zone advantage. Fire team that fights together stays together.
Got a little. Oh my God! What is going? What is going on? How am I getting a triple down?
Strength in numbers, Guardian. Excellent.
Oh my God! I need to get out of there. Just don't know where. Got him. I don't want to lose my memento mori. I really wanted it. I didn't want to like run or something and like miss the chance of getting it. Oh my God. Okay.
With 10 hunters like you, I can make the frontier safe again. One.
We got a different angle here.
Zone B locked.
He's gonna try to bow me.
What can stop you if you fight together? Nothing.
Jesus, dude. Oh, we got amplified. Ooh, let's get the hell out of here. Time of the boost. We are Metroid.
Zone B captured. You have
We're Metroid right now, bro. Oh, we were about to get that boost. We ran away from that situation so fast, man. They wouldn't know what happened. They were like, where he will go. I don't know, dude. I don't know where I went. I just went. Oh, she almost got that. Okay, you guys want to see this new super? Get out of my face. Get out of my face. I can't do nothing. It's way too many people there. Can't get out of their faces on purpose. Nice. Need to back up a little bit. They're closing in on us.
What can stop you?
Get destroyed, bro.
Fight together.
Ooh.
Nothing.
Try to help you, teammate. I'm so sorry I couldn't. Not good enough. Can't see that guy. Damn. I did. This melee right here, the Hunter melee, has probably one of the most lowest cooldowns in the entire game. Like 40 seconds. And then you add on to like the strength stat on top of that. This thing has like 2-second cooldown, bro. And then you add like fragments on top of that. Oh man, this thing has like 0-second cooldown. Oh, I don't want to get hit by that. Now obviously I'm just exaggerating. I don't think it has 0-second cooldown, but it'd be nice if it did.
3 minutes. You're winning. Stay strong.
Oh my god. They have like every angle covered. Oh damn, nice. Jeez, man, I couldn't get a shot.
One final push and victory is yours.
Come on, y'all. It was really weak. Dang, dude. It's just the solar supers, man.
Sound tactics bring victory. Impressive. You could give the Red Jacks a lesson in territory control.
Damn. 28. Oops, my bad, y'all. But a little 28 kills. 4.0. Not that bad. It's decent, especially with the new skill system crap that Bungie's introduced.
Zone A captured. Two for one.
Amplify, bro. You got the speed of a god. Oh my god, you can't stop me. Come on, bro. Oh, I got freaking pushed by somebody else. Alright, nice.
Together as one. I love it. Now you're fighting.
Where are
with
you going?
fast, Guardian.
He was getting too hyper with that freaking boost, bro. Don't worry, we all do, man. We all make that mistake. It's like, it just feels so good, you know? Just being able to run that fast. The power, man. Oh, he actually got that kill.
Keep the pressure on.
Is he dead? I think so, yeah. Come on, guys. Share some of that, like, amplify, bro. Nah, I wanted the amplify, man. Oh, it's so hard to get amplify sometimes. Yeah, with the SBMM crap, and then like the fact that other people can also steal your kill, it just makes it hard to get amplified.
Zone A lost. Five minutes left. Keep it up.
Damn, he didn't die. Combination meditation, whatever it's called. Damn, dude.
Strength in numbers, Guardian. Excellent.
Nice. Guys, stop, like, can I want to back up, bro. They're gonna start funneling in.
What can stop you if you fight together? Nothing.
That guy's shots is pretty good. Damn, dude.
Zone B captured. You have zone advantage. 1 minute. Won't be long now. One final push and victory is yours.
What the? Got hit. Need to back up.
"30 seconds stand between you and victory. That's why we have fire team. Hunters like you blaze a path for the rest of us.